Queen's Park field to go top, guys, in the Friday night Scottish football live on BBC Scotland. James McFadden and co on commentary. And you know what? It was a 50-50 game. It was a very split down the middle. Both teams had chances. I mean, the post was hit, few deflections. But I think the moral of the story is, was this a game that Queen's Park had to win? I mean, it is one of the tougher away places to go in the Championship. Of course, Ayr United, I mean, they kind of need it to win as well. We'll look at the league table in a minute. I mean, I guess you can look at it here. But it just felt like a game that neither team could really afford to draw, and that both of them needed to win. Now, realistically, it's not like it's the worst case scenario that either team has drew the game. But it says there, and it says there correctly, Ayr striker Deepo Akinyemi, ball whipped in. He goes for the header, right? And he gets nothing behind it, man. And you know what? It really should have been finishing 1-0 to Ayr. But Queen's Park can hold the heads up high, getting the point. I mean, it moves them level with Dundee. I don't actually know who Dundee play tomorrow, but you know what? I was doing a hundred things at once, man. I was watching this on the laptop on BBC iPlayer. Yes, I have a TV license. And then on the big screen, it was the other Friday night football, Arsenal against Southampton, which finished 3 each. We'll talk about that a wee bit later on, but, well, not in this video, in a different video. 2 reviews on a Friday night. Lovely jubbly. It's exactly what we like to see. But, personally, have Queen's Park blew their chance at winning the league? I wouldn't say it's particularly over, honestly, because guess what? Last game of the season is Dundee against Queen's Park. Now, that would be a great wee game to get tickets to. If it's a title decider going to the last game between both teams, man, that is a game you would love to get tickets to. But I think would it be a sellout? Probably would be. You know, all these YouTubers hoovering tickets after people. But like I say, guys, it was actually a pretty eventful 0-0 draw. It was good set of fans at Somerset Park, and it was a nice wee spring evening. You know, kicks off in the light, finishes in the dark, and both teams have kind of been left that way. But as you can look at the league table here, the games leave it like this. And Dundee, of course, play 33. Queen's Park go level with them. And the fact they've just lost, I mean, they lost those 3 there recently, which is just absolutely disastrous for them. But like I said, Queen's Park, it's still a title fight. We'll see who Dundee's facing in just a wee minute. But Kelly probably benefited the most for this draw, because I think depends on the result Dundee get, right? It really does depend on that, but Kelly could win the league. They really could. Partick Thistle, again, a team in good form. Ayr United, I think they've kind of went off the boil recently. And as for Greenock Morton, I mean, I think if they were going to have any hope of getting up, they really could have done with beating Dundee, but I mean, they conceded those 2 late goals last week, didn't they? So that's not good for them. And then Wraiths in no man's land, Arbroath, not really doing much. Hamilton are in awful form, and then the only team in worse form than Hamilton are Cove Rangers. But if we look at the scoring fixtures here for tomorrow, we've got Inverness against Dundee. That is an absolute fucking belter of a game. I tell you what, if Inverness win that, that is the league on. The league is absolutely on for Inverness. Hamilton, I mean, it's going to be Arbroath, Partick, Inverness, and then a draw. That's what it's going to be. Stick the mortgage on it. To be fair, I would have stuck the mortgage on Arsenal to win at half time there when they were 2-1 down. Didn't actually see what. But remember, kids, didn't bet, because you'll just regret it. But anyway, guys, that is it for this review. And until next time, Ayr 0, Queen's Park 0. And that is it, folks, for your late night Friday night review. I'm probably have to step one out and watch SmackDown for Fog Wrestling, because we're fucking making money, bro.